Hi again, church family. James here. Just at this time, I just wanted to share just a little bit of personal testimony, really, of just when I was growing up, and I won't take too long because I sing better than I speak. But I just wanted to share some of my experiences growing up and my view of God. And when I was growing up, through no fault of anyone sharing Jesus with me or giving their testimony or just exposing me to the church and the church families, but I felt quite early on when my mum used to just take me round church and I used to hear all the worship and the songs and the preaching and everything. I kind of grew up with a sense that God, if I didn't do what he was going to say, then he would look upon me with great punishment, and he would be quite an overbearing, as it were, like an overbearing husband, really, who demands that you do this and this and this and that, but never really gives you the wings to fly to be able to do that stuff. So it's kind of like, I want you to do this, but I'm not going to help you in any way. I'm just going to judge you, and I'm just going to kind of, that's my view of you. And I kind of grew up with that sort of sense of, wow, you know, if I don't obey him today, or if I don't do this, or if I don't do that, then man, he is going to come down on me like a ton of bricks. And it wasn't until I started to kind of go to other churches that had that were affiliated, that were part of New Frontiers, and suddenly I started hearing like the fatherliness of God. I started to hear about the relationship that Jesus always wanted with me, and I started, to hear about the God who just wanted to walk close, who walked close with Adam in the garden right at the very start of Genesis, walked close with Adam. And I started to realise that God was not what I'd thought or perceived of as like an earthly father. Not that my earthly father's like that, he's a beautiful man, but it was more just that I just got into my head and my heart that he was just a very judgmental, overbearing God, whereas actually he's holy and he is judge of all nations, but he does primarily seem to work in relationship, and he, as the Bible says, he's a father to the fatherless. He is our father, and he wants to be close. He wants to nurture us. He wants to guide us. He wants to protect us. He's a jealous God. He knows that it's best for us to put him first in everything. And it was quite a few years, really, of just navigating that and being fully persuaded. This is what the Bible says about our God. He is our Father. I'm his son. I'm his precious, precious child. I'm just not some sort of product that he can just use and abuse and do this and that with, for his kingdom. No, he's a father. Primarily, he works in a fatherly, loving way. And I've just grown from those sort of later teens to sort of early 20s. I've grown in knowledge that God is my Father, and I'm a child of his. I'm a child of the King. So let's worship him. Let's glorify his name. Who am I that the highest King would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. His love for me, yes, his love for me. Whom the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Free at last, He has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, He died for me. Whom the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Yes, I am who you say I am. When the Son sets free, oh, it's free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I'm a child